Hi everyone, this is Chris, coming to you live from, I don't know, Maine? Let's say Maine. Anyway, I'm here because, and I wanted to talk about my time in Coney High School in a classroom environment there, doing secondary mathematics. And I want to talk about the two images that I selected down here. So one of them was just like a manager, trying to get the classroom to have some discipline, get their work in when they need to get their work in, evaluate the quality of their work and give them feedback and send it back to them if need be. And the other one was the conductor in an orchestra, trying to get all the students to work together in harmony, try and minimize some discussions that may get out of control, and also help them find their voice, and especially for those that are quiet, and just try and um, ease them into making the class a harmonious place for both them and for others. So the strategy is a holdover from the innovative applications of content for me. I decided to stay with the mini lecture and activities, and I felt that because it minimizes the self-distraction if you can keep them going and minimize the downtime between switching from lecture to activities, and also the introduction of various tools to achieve success. One of the negatives that I identified was you kind of have to wait for student feedback on the activity, to figure out if you'd want to use it again, especially if it's something new. And so a potential student response that I was looking for is, are they willing to provide feedback to guide discussion, the activity, or their work? And so this all relates to a performance indicator of using a variety of methods to engage learners and evaluating the learning environment and helping collaborate with them as well to make appropriate adjustments. So I think a good feedback process to work with on them is getting exit tickets. I haven't actually implemented the exit ticket yet, but I do ask for how things went at the end of the day just to get a quick gauge. And they're usually pretty receptive about telling me what worked and didn't work. One of the areas of self-improvement that I wanted to look at for myself was looking at stuff in a global context. 3G and 3B both apply to looking for local and global learning. One was promote responsible learner use of interactive technologies. So locally, we do that pretty well, and in fact, everyone's doing it pretty well with either a Zoom or a Google Meet, and then trying to extend the classroom format onto that online environment. And also, I think developing learning experiences that engage learners in collaborative and self-directed learning go hand in hand with working with collaborative Desmos projects that we do. So locally and working together as a group, I don't think that's an issue. What I'd really like to try and extend to is just explore this in a global context. And I also identified that in my self-assessment that I wanted to extend the student collaboration efforts in regards to that. Um, so whether we have them writing a blog or about the math that they're learning, or do other stuff that would, or create Desmos activities that others communities can get involved with and use, and that they actually enjoyed, so that we could share that with a wider community. Maybe social media use as well. So just a bunch of stuff that I was keeping in the back of my mind to kind of reach out and share everything outside of Tacony High School. So one of the questions that I had is that I was wondering if you've ever had to apologize to a class for something that strained your ability to remain cool and collected. And if you did have that experience, how did it go over for you? Um, I have done this a little bit when I was a substitute teacher, just because I was in gym and the students weren't doing a very good job of, they were running each other over, and I had to stop the activity, have them sit down, and and take a short time out. And these were like second and third graders, so it was kind of challenging to try and get them all to kind of settle down and settle into a vogue where they would listen. So I did have to, have to yell. And I always apologize after I yell because I hate to do that. I really think that there's another way to look at trying to keep control. Unfortunately, I wasn't provided a whistle or anything like that. So trying to catch their attention by yelling was about the only way I could figure out to do it. But yeah, I like to try and avoid doing something like that. So I apologize. Again, I never asked the students afterward if that was a nice thing to do or not. I was just wondering if you've ever had a similar situation. So that's it for me. I thank you for your time and listening, and hope you drew something from this, and I look forward to talking to you. Thanks.